I'd like to explain the items we have here. This is the peel and stick edge band material that we're going to be talking about. This is just a block of wood about this size, some sandpaper with adhesive back sandpaper. This is what they call a fast break to break the edge after you've applied the edge band. A pocket knife. This is called the speed trimmer, the speed roller, excuse me. And this is what puts the pressure on the edge band to make it stick. This is a quad trimmer, and this trims both sides, and or can trim one side at a time, whichever you want to do. And this is a fast cut pair of nippers that we use to cut the end of the edge band off. And this is a peel and stick lint roller that you can get from your local grocery store or pharmacy. These are the items that basically you'll need to do the peel and stick edge band that I will demonstrate. Thank you. We have here some obvious damage to the edge band. This edge band cannot be saved. It'll have to be removed. And you can see on the back of this edge band when it pulls off that it also pulls some of the board along with it. So we will have to take this edge band off. We'll peel it off. You can see it's stuck pretty good. And see how when it comes off, it pulls that particle board away from the board. Now what we have is, we have an edge here that is rough. It's rough because we've lifted it up with the glue, and the glue is on here also, so it needs to be sanded. This is what the block of wood is for, just a small block of wood, and we get some sandpaper. You can have your own variation on this, but we don't want a sanding block that's soft. We want a sanding block that has a hard, straight edge on it. I'll just peel off this material, place the block on like that, fold it up over, lead edge, back edge. Now we're ready to sand. I'm going to sand off this rough particle board and glue. Try to get it smooth. If you go real fast, the glue will heat up the glue and it will get soft again. So you'll have to keep doing it until the sandpaper runs smoothly over the edge, around the corners. Okay, now it's sanded. Take your hand and wipe off as much dust as you possibly can. Get it off the top. You can use a tack rag if you want to, but what I recommend is the lint roller that I had shown you earlier. And this will go over the surface. If you see a spot that's rough, like right there, it needs to be sanded some more. We'll sand a little bit more and make sure it's nice and smooth. We want two things. We don't want any irregularity on here, and we don't want any dust. We're going to make sure that this is as clean a surface as we can possibly afford. A little extra preparation here will be worth it in the adhesion of this double stick material. Again, I notice a little bit more over here on this edge. Needs to come off. Okay. Again. something you don't want to worry about waste. You want to go ahead and make sure that you have it stick. You can see the stuff that's stuck on here that was on that surface. We're going to get a new surface again. And go over it again and make sure we get everything off. You can see that I've gone over it again with that clean surface and how much it's pulled off of there. What that means is that that was not stuck here, and this would be a place where the glue would not hold on the double stick material. Double stick material, we want to pull off enough material to go around the edge, start to finish. Leave a little excess here. A little excess, I would go at least maybe an inch on either end. And then we'll cut the edge band. Now you'll notice that the edge band has a curl to it. Well, this curl is going to make it difficult to work with. So what we want to do is to get this curl out of here. And you do this by kind of like you do ribbons for Christmas. You just pull this on the back side across an edge firmly. And each time you do it, it straightens out more and takes more and more of the curl out of it. Again, we're pulling the blue side, the protective coating side, against. Perfectly straight you're not going to achieve, but the more you can take that curl out, the better it will stick. Now that'll be much easier to work with. But you see, as it curls like this, it's going to have a tendency to want to pull away the glue. So you want to get as much of that out of there as you can. That's still a little bit much. And of course we're taking this from the center of the roll, so it's worse. The curl is greater in the center of the roll than it would be around the outside. That's getting better. Okay, much better. Okay, now, one thing about applying this edge band is a little thicker than this material here. This is 13/16, and this is 15/16. So we have a 1/16 of an inch on either side. And so we'll just check one more time, make sure it's long enough, which is, of course it is. And then we're going to want to start on one side. Now, if you start crooked, the stuff doesn't bend this way. It only bends this way. So you got to be sure that you're centered here. You can feel it with your fingers, move it up and down where you want to be. So we'll start with a little excess hanging off the edge here, no more than necessary. And we'll peel back this edge band. It's very sticky. So what we want to do is start here and get our space where the finger's there, our space with our fingers here. And then we'll bring it onto the surface. Start in the center and work your way out on both sides. Again, going around the corner, we have that requirement to keep it even. When you pull it tight, so you go around and pull off a little more edge band, protective coating. Again, you want to center this with your fingers so you're sure you got a little bit on both sides. Pull it tight, run it around. Pull off the remaining material. Again, we're pulling it tight, and we're going to set this end like so. Okay, now we got it all the way around. Now we're going to take the speed roller, starting in the center. We'll work our way to the outside, and the more you use the speed roller, and you can just use the roller end too, you want to try to keep it flat. You work your way around the edge, always working towards the open end, like so. And the more you work it, the more it squeezes the glue into the pores of the particle board, which now is very nice and clean and being adhered very well. Like so. Okay. Now we'll get our trimmers, which have a little strap on the end to keep them closed, so you don't accidentally cut yourself, hurt yourself. And we'll go to the end, laying this blade flat against the side. We trim it like so. Go to the other side, do the same thing. Now, double stick tape like this has a curing period. When you first put it on, it maybe doesn't seem like it's stuck that well, but it is sticking, and as it cures, the glue gets more rigid and the bonding is increased. What I like to do to start it out with is to trim a little bit off with a pocket knife to get the trimmer started. Like so, both top and bottom. Now we'll get this trimmer started. And we put our quad trimmer on here. Squeeze it, hold it on, and move forward. As you go around the corner, it may be advantageous to go to the single instead of the double. corners really need to be done with a knife. And see, that trims a nice edge. Go over it a couple times, get all the high spots out. I would continue to do the trimming on the corners with the knife. Again, you don't want to aim the blade down too much because you'll dig into the plastic. Always cut towards pushing towards the material, not away. You don't want to pull it away from the material. Okay. Corners have got to be done with a knife. Okay. I'll go back over it again with a speed roller, making sure everything is nicely packed down, plenty of pressure. And we take this fast break. The purpose of this fast break is to kind of bevel this edge a little bit here. It's just sandpaper, and you slide it over there a couple times. Around the corner. Easy around the corner. Fast break. Cuts it on an angle. You see the angle. You stay in the center of the fast break. You don't get enough off. You can see where you have your excess here. Again, you can slice a little bit more off with your pocket knife, trimming up that edge. Get it nice and smooth. Not too much with this. Sand it down a little bit too much. I think that looks pretty good. I would like to see take the sanding block at the end and come on this end here and flush this end off on both sides so you don't catch it and snag it. It doesn't get caught and snagged. And pulled off again. A little more handwork. The more time you take, the better job you do, the longer it will last. And the better it'll look. Okay, thank you.